see your shadows in my room. I can't take back the love that I gave you. It's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I can't.
Communication is vital in our life. During so many centuries, the communication has changed a lot. Humans always find and explore new things to make their life become easier than it is. We use paper to write letters to our friends, but today it is called old school. The world that we can only know people around us has turned into the people we can know around the globe. However, when wireless is perfectly applied, the whole world has been converted into a huge brain, which in fact it is. Everything is not anymore impossible. We shall be able to communicate with one another instantly, irrespective of distance. We don't have to travel miles away to talk with our members. In this global world, everything can be accessed by using our fingertips and surfing the internet. Technologies nowadays can get us any information about anything and everything at any time. There are also no limit in using the internet because everyone can use it as well. As we look back in the history, communication has developed along with the technology since the time has. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell has invented the very first telephone in America. Next, the first satellite has been sent to orbit is in 1962 by NASA. By 1980, the introduction to Sony Corporation Global HQ has introduced the instant messages via cell phone. As for record, in 2014, as reported by Johnson, the world has sent text 193,000 texts per second. The instant messages replaced the old-fashioned letter method. Recently, the introduction to social media has opened up a new door for us to communicate with people we love with a very minimal cost, which we only required an internet connection. In 4th of February in 2004, a well-known social media networking has been launched by Mark Zuckerberg and his fellow colleagues who made which now today known as Facebook, and followed by WhatsApp, which released in 2009. In early of November 17 in 2019, the world have been shocked by a deadly disease in the world that has taken so many lives up until today, and then the world has changed. The economy has down and the citizens are not allowed to go out for unnecessary business. In this situation, we are getting hopeless to see each other and even communicate with each other face to face because the disease can spread through sweats or any direct contact. Even everything must be sanitized for safety purposes. Education during this pandemic is very important. Students who will be taking SPM, A-level, diploma and degree, and so on, it's very important to have their education continue. Thanks to the advancement of technologies in communication nowadays, it has become the savior of the student. In order to deal with that, online learning is one of the alternatives for the problems. This method is to prevent the spread of disease at the same time pursuing learning session wirelessly. This is one of the benefits of the evolution in technology of communication nowadays.
Impak COVID-19 merentasi pelbagai segmen kehidupan sama ada pekerjaan, gaya hidup maupun emosi dan tidak ketinggalan sektor pendidikan.
For our future, digital learning will have to be part of school culture, embedded into our daily lives and into our teaching and learning. This is because technologies are already being used in many ways in our daily lives. Delima provides teachers the applications and services which are beneficial for teaching and learning to make their lives easier and more productive. Teachers can then create interesting learning activities, have more fun and become more collaborative.
Tambahnya penggunaan teknologi dalam pengajaran dan pembelajaran memberi nilai tambah yang lebih baik untuk pelajar, terutamanya dalam mempersiapkan mereka menghadapi dunia pada masa akan datang. Penggunaan Delima juga mendapat reaksi positif dari kalangan tenaga pengajar.
Platform yang disediakan oleh Google ini saya lihat sangat penting dan sewajarnya kita di sekolah-sekolah melaksanakan teknologi digital yang dibekalkan oleh Google ini untuk kemudahan anak-anak kita walaupun mereka berada di mana-mana sahaja, sama ada semasa PKPP, masa cuti ataupun secara bersemuka.
Banyak perkara yang membabitkan pembelajaran murid, pembangunan pembelajaran dan sebagainya dapat kami bincang bersama dan mencari jalan penyelesaian untuk perkara tersebut.
Mereka berkongsi pandangan mengenai pembelajaran secara dalam talian melalui webinar anjuran Google awal hari ini.
However, this online learning method has its advantages and disadvantages. Online learning is one of the alternatives for the problems. However, it has its own pros and cons. Not every student can afford the cost of the online learning. Some of the students come from a very stable and wealthy economic financial, and some of them come from an unfortunate family, but our government give their best to provide support for the students. The advancements of communication is not only gives a big impact in education, but is also helpful in economy. Today's generation has been introduced with online shopping, which they are able to buy anything they want without leaving their homes. Social media and various types of application help the entrepreneur to post their goods online where the buyers can choose everything they need. However, we are advised to always be careful with scammer or fraud seller who might try to trick you for your monies. Users are also must be concerned and well alert about the hackers who might want to steal your bank details, which is very dangerous. As fact, more than 40 million ringgit has been spent at online shopping in these past 2 years due to our government reports. This pandemic forced all the retailers to adapt the new norm shopping method and if they want to survive. It is undeniable that past the centuries we have discovered so many great achievements for the use of humankind. Everything that we have today is the proof that we keep on break our limitation, which is absolutely beyond our wildest imagination. Everything that we thought that is impossible in theory turns out to be become real in reality. In conclusion, we can see a very big difference between the communication in the past and present. There is no argue that all these advancements really helpful to ease our life, especially in improving our communication limit, even though it has few pros and cons that must be taken into our consideration. However, always be grateful and thankful for everything that we have.